Hey guys, how are you doing today? This is Jamin once again, your financial independence, career advancement, and life transformation coach. Today I'm here to talk about the second stage, which is mainly to do with career transformation and career advancement. Right? I think I've been talking about the financial independence, framework. I've broken down the financial independence framework into a simple four-step model. The step one is self transformation. Step two is your career transformation. Step three is more of financial knowledge acumen and wealth transformation. And finally, the fourth step, which is the goal, ultimate goal, which is the drawing freedom through financial independence. Right. So today I'm going to talk about the career advancement. But mind you, the first step, which is the self transformation, is the most important thing in my mind, because if you're aiming for a success, if you're aiming for a career advancement, if you're aiming for a time freedom, living for purpose, and so many things, right? You cannot do it without a sound mind, a sound heart, and a powerful body, right? And trust me, it's always in the mind. You can do it. You can surely do it. If I can do it, I think you can do it as well, right? I'm going to post my story over the weekend this week. Stay tuned for that. Right, and I'm going to talk about my life journey then, right? But anyways, what I'm trying to say is self transformation is the most important part. So please, if you haven't seen my previous videos, I would recommend that you go back and watch the previous videos, understand the self transformation bit, very important, and start applying that, right? It is very simple. Start applying that in your life, and I'm sure that you will start seeing the results, right? So today let's talk about career advancement, right? I think here I think very important is that you understand what's your goal in terms of your career, right? What was your dream when you did your college, right? I'm sure when you were studying, everybody has a ambition, a goal, right? Ki boss, I want to do this in my life. I want to be that person, right? I want to be at this level. I want to be a CEO. I want to be a CFO. I want to be a COO. I want to be the head of sales, right? I want to be the head of engineering. I want to be the head of R&D. I want to be the head of maintenance. I want to be the head of production. I want to be the head of development. Want to be a head of whatever stream that you are into, right? You always desire that मेरे को life में कुछ करना है, मेरे को life में बड़ा बनना है मुझे. I'm going to study this and I'm going to crack through my dreams, right? Then when I started my my first job, second job, and so on and so forth, I got entangled into the things that my corporate is prescribing to me, right? Then I let go of my dream, then I let go of my ambition. ठीक है यार, मतलब whatever I'm getting, right? And this is how it is. Maybe being at the top, maybe being at a very senior position is for somebody else, not for me, right? And that's what hinders, right? And that's what, when I say that it's always 80% mind and 20% skill set, it starts first with the mind. I'm here to tell you that when you are working towards your career transformation, first I think you would need to do the overhauling of your mind. Start believing that you can hit the top, right? Whatever dream that you had during your college days, right, you should bring it back, right, and start working towards it, because it is still possible, right? It is still possible. Only thing is that there is a process that you need to kind of deploy and implement, which will kind of help you get there. So the first thing is that you need to be again back to your original dream of what you wanted to be in your career, right? When you started your career, right? Don't leave it on the mercy of your company or your managers, right? That that they if they will, they will give you that promotion. If they will, I will get to the top. If life doesn't will, if अगर if I'm not very lucky, right? अगर मैं lucky नहीं हूँ तो शायद मैं नहीं बनूंगा. जो मैं हमेशा ड्रीम करता था. I will not be the person that I always wanted to be, which I always used to dream, right? So that is the mind block, right? And I'm going to tell you some simple steps that what you need to do to kind of advance in your career. First thing first, that you need to believe that you can be at the top of whatever thing that you're working on, right? Meaning, what you need to do is you need to have a very clear cut goal in terms of what person you want to be in your career. If it's a COO, if it's a CFO, if it's any HOD of any department, I think that is one thing you need to be clear about, right? That I want to be this person, right, in my future, over a 5-year horizon, over a 7-year horizon, over a 10-year horizon, right? And start working towards that, right? First thing first, that please do not work without a goal, right? You need to have a clear cut goal that I want to be this person, right? Basically that's the what, right? What I want to be, and then put a timeline to it when you want to be there, okay? And then you break that down, right? For example, if you are an executive today, if you are, let's say, a manager today, and you are aiming to become a VP or a SVP or a CXO or let's say 10-year 12-year horizon, then I think what you need to do is first be very clear, right? What is it that you want to be over the next 10 years time, or 12 years time, or 15 years time? Okay, things will not be the same, things will not change overnight, right? But you need to have a very clear cut goal of where you want to be, right? And when you want to be, and when and to do that, right? And to do that, you will have to first think, right? What is your talent, right? What are you good at, right? If you are into the company for, let's say, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, right, probably, I don't know, 10 years, by now you already know, right, what you are good at, right? And where your weaknesses are, right? And I would say that you need to capitalize on your strengths. You need to understand what your strengths are, you need to understand what your weaknesses are, right? And basically you need to capitalize on your strengths, right? So based on your talent, right, based on your interests, right, you need to be very clear about your goal, right? Let's say now, for example, if you are working, let's say your goal over a 10-year horizon is to become a CXO, let's say a chief operating officer, right? Then I think that becomes your goal, and then you need to kind of understand, right, what a CEO has in his toolkit to deliver a high performing COO job, right? And we will go into the details of it. What I'm trying to tell you is, first thing first is that you need to have a clear cut goal, and in my next video I will tell you how to identify those goals and how to define those goals, right? But what I'm trying to tell you is, first identify that what is that role over the next 10-year horizon, 12-year horizon, which where you want to be, and then break that down, right? Break that down. Now so that like, meaning, for example, if you are a project manager, maybe over a 3-year horizon you need to be probably I don't know, a AVP, right? Maybe in the next 6 years you need to be a VP, probably over the next 9 years you need to be a SVP, and then probably a CEO, right? This is where you would have, this is how you would need to break it down, right? And then start working, identify the gaps and start working to fill those gaps, right? That is step number one, and I will kind of give you how you do that in details in my next video. But just take a note of that. One is having that clear cut goal, right? And identify the gaps where you are right now, and start working towards that, towards those broken down goals over a period of time. Okay, that's one, right? And then secondly, very important is, let's say if you are, it's very important that what is the salary that you're looking at, right? What is the salary that you're looking at? So you need to have very clearly have an understanding of what is the salary level that you are aiming at, right? You may be, let's say, drawing today 10 lakh rupees, then over a period of 10 years down the line, what is that big number that you're looking at, right? So one is your goal related to your role, and then also be very clear about what is that monetary goal that you're looking at, right? So if you are drawing a 10 lakh salary, let's say over a 10 year horizon, you are aiming for something in the range of 80 lakhs, 90 lakhs plus, right? And then when you break down your goals, you have that associated financial jumps as well, right, along with it, right? So with that, what you have now is a roadmap of what you want to do over a 10-year horizon, or whatever the time frame that you think is the right thing. But I think at least a 10-year horizon should be good, because we are talking about aiming big here, right? And the journey is always growth, right? Along with that, you now also have a roadmap of what are the salaries that you are aiming towards. Now the third thing is that you cannot just have these things broken down just because that's your target. These are your targets, but then you also need to understand what is the market doing, right? How is the market playing the various roles that you have kind of jotted down for your growth journey? What are those roles even available in the market, right? So you need to do the research, right, to understand what are the kind of various roles which are available in that journey today, right? And understand is it syncing up with your growth map journey, right? Similarly, on the salary, on the financial side, you will also need to understand what is the market paying the various roles that you have put up, right, in your roadmap. What is the market paying for those roles? Many times what I've seen, guys, is that people don't even know, right? People don't even know their self value, right? What is your self value? Are you getting paid enough to the value that you are bringing to the table, right? I have met so many guys in my career journey so far. In the recent past also, I met so many people. I know that the people that I met, probably at a mid management level kind of a job, and those guys are working like crazy. They have amazing skill set, but when I ask their packages, they are grossly underpaid. They are grossly underpaid, right? So, and when I ask them, right, what is are you underpaid? Yes, I am underpaid. Okay, so then tell me, what is the gap that you have? How much should you be paid? I don't know. So they are just leaving it at the mercy of the market to dictate what they want to offer, and they will just simply take whatever the market gives them. They don't have an understanding of what is my skill set. With my skill set and the supply and demand equation which is available in the market, what is the salary number that I should actually aim for? Trust me, and many of the people that I met, the numbers that they kind of quoted, that what they are drawing right now and what they are capable of, probably it's 150% gap to what actually they should be doing, or they should be drawing in terms of their capabilities, right? So I think what's important is that you understand your value, right? You need to understand your value, right? And if you don't understand the value, then it's a big problem, right? You will don't not even know what you are capable of, right? What you can demand from the market, right? And then if you don't know that, you will just leave it at the mercy of the market, right? I will give you one example before I close this video, right? When I was working in a company like 10 years back, right, I was reporting into kind of somebody who was a CEO equivalent of that organization, because the company was big and located. It was an MNC, and I was reporting into the head of that company's India business head, right? And I had a lot of power in the system, and I had access to all the data, in the company, confidential data and stuff, right? And with that one point in time, right, I was not in the HR, but I was more of a finance guy who was managing strategic budgets and budgets for the company and strategic projects and stuff like that. And then one fine day I get access to the company's salary database, right? And I shouldn't have done that, but when you have access to such kind of sensitive information, your eyes don't remain quiet, right? And then I glanced through the data, and I was shocked, right? And the kind of money that I am drawing, the kind of money that the other people are drawing in the system, which probably in my mind were working more very less than what I was working, right? But that was a reality, right? That was a reality. So looks to me like I was like being exploited. I was working like 12 hours, 13 hours, 14 hours a day with probably one of the most aggressive guys in the system, right? And I'm being grossly underpaid, right? And that just opened my mind. That just opened my eyes and my mind, and I thought, boss, this is not working. And imagine if I were to kind of just sit in that company and wait for the growth and the promotion to come in. What kind of growth will I have, right? Maybe 10%, 20%, 15%, right? But I don't think any company will give a higher of a 15, 20% per year, right? And even if I do that, probably it will take 6, 7, 8 years to reach to the numbers that I'm seeing in the salary database of that company, right? So the point is that it's very important that you understand what the market is giving people with the same skill set that you have, and you need to understand that. Only when you understand that, you understand there is a gap, and when you understand that there is a gap, you start working towards filling that gap, right? So guys, what I'm trying to tell you, I've just open a very new chapter. That is one is aspiring for that big role for yourself, right? That is one thing that you need to start thinking of. I mean, it's a very deep topic again. How to identify your niche and your micro niche, and in your 10-year target of where you want to be. And I will talk about that in my subsequent video. Second thing is understanding what is the monetary uh, benefit that you should get for the offering that you have on the table, right? You need to start thinking in these two lines, and I will kind of come with my upcoming videos on how to kind of work through this, right? But this is the starting point. This is the starting point. Understand the reality, right? Bible says that my people perish because of the lack of knowledge, right? Where I'm coming from is, it's very important to understand what's going on in the market. You should have the knowledge, and knowledge will only come through research, right? These kind of things will not come out openly, right? But the point is that you need to do your desktop research, right? You need to have your networks to understand these aspects very, very well. Why? Because we are working towards financial independence, and you will not achieve financial independence unless until you have a fat salary, right? Because I am addressing to people who are passed out of tier 2 colleges, tier 3 colleges, who are working or stuck up in a probably a mid management kind of a job, and don't know how to move forward in the career and in the job, right? And if you dream to become financially independent soon, then the only way to kind of do that is growing fast in your career. Pick up those high paying jobs, right? That is when you will have excess cash at your hand. That is when you will have you will be able to kind of do create the assets with the excess cash that you will have, and you will be able to create the right assets when you have the right financial acumen, right financial competency. Everything is linked, guys, right? So here I'm talking about advancing in your career and increasing your cash flow, right? So that's it on this video, guys, and stay tuned. The next video that I will post on is going further deep into this subject on how to identify your micro niche and how to kind of identify your talent and work towards the goal, and how to kind of be in a demanding position to have a demanding, or rather a market competent salary in line to your skill sets, right? So stay tuned. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, and till then, thank you very much for watching. God bless. Good evening, good night, good afternoon, wherever you're watching from. Have a nice day.